Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching Moto NZ. It's time to talk cheap comms. Now, when I say cheap comms, I don't mean cheap quality, I mean easy on the wallet. This is BikeComm's Salut system. This is a sub $200 unit, and we're getting pretty good specs for the money. We've got a Bluetooth 5.0 chip. We've got an intercom distance of up to 800 meters. We are talking Bluetooth intercom, not any sort of mesh system. We've got talk time of up to 16 hours, music time of 18 hours. It's got an internal volume mixer, so it'll dim the music while you're listening to GPS or your intercom buddy. Hands-free speaker with hi-fi stereo sound quality. We've got an IP67 rating, which is exquisite actually for a sub $200 unit. We've got wind noise reduction and voice notifications from our smart assistant as well. Let's open the box and have a look what's in it. So this is the unit itself. Incredibly small. This is probably the smallest comms kit that I've had anything to do with. Build quality, it's got large rubberized buttons that I can feel, and I'll be able to feel them even with gloves on. It's only got the it's got 4 buttons, 3 on the face, 1 on the top here, and I can't tell what that connection is. It's not a USB-C. So let's have a look in the box and have a look at the mounting gear and see what else we've got. Always a nice touch. Say thank you to your customers for buying your product. BikeComm Salut Owner's Manual. We've got a bag of sticky bits. It does not look like they've scrimped. They've gone full 3M stickies. Okay, so it looks like the connector on the back of this is a micro USB. So that'll be where they've saved a little bit of money. We're not using USB-C, we're using micro USB. Yeah, micro USB. So we're not going to be getting fast charge with this. It's not a deal breaker. But I don't like carrying extra cables. I want everything to be USB-C. What have we got in the bag of mounting bits? Alright, so we've got a wiring loom, wires, we've got a stick-on mic, which is awesome, as well as a boom mic and 2 speakers. Alright. Time to install it on the helmet. Now, for the purposes of this install, I'm going to be installing it on my HJC i70. This is about 5 years old and due to be retired, but at the moment I don't have a comms kit installed on this helmet, so we'll chuck it in here and see what happens. I also don't think that I need to show you the installation of another comms kit, so skip ahead. Just while I'm installing this, a thought struck me, and there's a debate online all the time about different communications kits. You can buy the expensive ones from Cardo, Sena, the likes, or you can buy the cheap ones off AliExpress. And to be honest, and no disrespect to BikeComm, this is one of the cheap ones. But the one thing you've got to remember when you're buying this sort of stuff is R&D costs money, research and development costs money, and no company ever is going to give you more than you pay for. You get what you pay for every single time. Now, the technology in this is quite old. It's old. It's not the best you can possibly get. But if you're okay with that, then absolutely brilliant. Go and buy the cheaper unit. Just remember, you always get what you pay for. Lithium-ion batteries could be substandard, could either stop working quickly or, worst case scenario, catch fire. You're not necessarily going to be able to connect to every single device under the sun. I've not had any luck connecting this to an action camera, which the other devices in the world these days can do. Now, one thing I do like about this BikeComm Salut system is that the mounting system is very low profile. All we get is this. It's a 3M sticky on the side of the helmet. You've got to find a spot that it kind of sticks to. Being such a big floor footprint, finding somewhere on the helmet that it can stick to without getting in the way or going over the contour lines of the helmet can be a bit tricky. But once you manage that, the system itself just slides down on top and it's locked in place. Like, that's a pretty solid mounting system. There's no movement in there whatsoever, and it looks like it's going to be pretty low profile on the helmet as well. So I'll continue getting this mounted, and we'll check in a minute. Okay, so we're pretty much installed. All the connectors are very, very small. There's not a lot of wiring, and the wiring you do have is very low profile. So it's quite easy to hide inside the cheek pads of the helmet and the neck roll. I've got the comms kit on the helmet, as you can see. It's basic, but it's not terrible. It's got a nice rubbery finish to it, so it should be easy to use with gloves on. And the connector on the back, although we did say it's a USB, a micro USB, it does have a nice rubber gasket around the plug, so I would say water ingress will be at a minimum. The plug being on the back of the unit, it's not going to get directly blasted by water, rain when you're riding. So on the helmet, it looks pretty good. And time now to see if we can fire it up and see what happens. Comfort wise, you wouldn't even know it's there. I can't feel any difference in the helmet from any other kit that I've worn. Power on. Press both V and A buttons simultaneously, which is okay. So the A button's the middle one, the V minus. I see. Here we go. We are fired up. Okay, we're in Bluetooth pairing mode, and on my phone I'm connecting to Salute. Bluetooth devices paired. Hey, that was nice and easy, wasn't it? Alright, so first test, I'm going to play a quick bit of music off my phone, off Spotify, and see what it sounds like in my helmet. Let's pick something with a decent bit of bass. That actually sounds excellent. No complaints whatsoever with that. That sounds really, really good. Some decent bass reflex, lots of treble. You could wear earplugs with that, no dramas. There's more than enough volume to get through the earplugs. That's really good. All right, so let's have a quick look at the microphone volume. This is what you would hear if you were connected to me via the Bluetooth. I'm going to hit record on my phone.
Testing 1 2 1 2. So that is what it would sound like if you and I both had these devices, or you had another device and we were connected via Bluetooth intercom. Looking at the waveform on my phone that I'm recording this audio on now, yeah, I think it's probably okay. I don't imagine that it's super high fidelity, but that Bluetooth 5.0 chip will be helping. Okay, so it's probably time now to get out on the bike and have a wee ride. See if we can hear everything and test the kit out, hey? Okay, so the BikeComm Salut Bluetooth communicator kit. You know, if you're a modest person, a person of modest means, I should say, and you're quite happy not spending for the big bucks for the best of the best with the big names. If you're a frugal person, and I'd say if you mostly ride alone and you like to listen to music or podcasts or whatever, or maybe you ride with a pillion. 2 units for sub $200, you can't really complain about that. We're starting to see the trickle down of technology with the Bluetooth 5.0 chips coming down to the cheaper units. 16 hours of music time is pretty good, really, for a tiny little lithium-ion battery. My only complaint really is that this unit still uses micro USB or mini USB, whatever it's called. Not that it's a major. It's probably more that I've been privileged to run such high quality gear previously. All right, so we're traveling on about 80, 85 kilometers an hour, and this is the point at which most Bluetooth communicators are fine. This is, they're okay at this speed. It's when you get up to 100 that they really start to struggle, in my experience. I can have conversations with people at 80, no dramas. Over 100 is where you really want that wideband audio from the 5.0 chip in the more expensive units. So when we get on the motorway, we'll find that out. 800 meters of claimed range, which probably means we've got about 500 to 600 meters of real life range, line of sight. That's heaps. 500 meters is actually a long way. Half a kilometre. If you're if you're more than 500 meters away from your riding mate, you've got to ask the question as to whether you're actually riding with somebody or you're just two independent people going in the same direction. Again, spoilt by features in more expensive units. Could not get the BikeComm Salut to connect to either the Insta360 or the GoPro Hero 12 or 13. So can't use it as a wireless microphone there. I have it tethered to my phone, and I'm recording this in the memo recorder on the phone, which I will overlay the audio in post-production. There we go, we're up to 100 kilometers an hour, and hopefully the audio quality is good enough that you can understand what I'm saying. So if you can hear me now clearly, this is the quality that you will have if you were a riding buddy connected via Bluetooth to me now. Of course, you would have the wind noise in your own helmet to contend with, but there is plenty of volume in this device that you can overpower, earplugs and that sort of thing. So I wouldn't have any worries wearing earplugs, listening to music with this device. Not an awful lot of turbulence or noise from the device. Slight extra bit of noise on the left-hand side of my helmet where it's mounted, but blocking it out, it's negligible. No complaints on that front. Comfortable as, no pressure on my ears. The speakers, I think they are 40 or 45mm speakers, fit into the standard cutouts on most helmets these days, and the wiring is all very low profile, so really easy to get installed on the helmet with no impact on the comfort of the helmet. Of course, I'm wearing gloves now, and I can easily find the buttons on the units, put the volume up, volume down, all that sort of stuff, so no dramas. Right, we'll get back on the motorway, head back towards the studio. So of all the kits that I've tested that are sub $200, listening to music, this is actually probably one of the better ones. It sounds very good. The bass response is there. It's not boomy car stereo bass, but it's more than enough to listen to the music in the way that you are accustomed to. All I do is I have the thing connected to my phone and I'm playing music off Spotify, that is the most common scenario for me. Music off Spotify, podcasts off Apple Podcasts or Spotify. So no complaints there at all, in the slightest. I'd be quite happy to listen to this device for a long trip. And for a sub $200 device to have an actual IP rating and be IP67, which is, so the first number is dust ingress, the second number is water ingress. So 6, it resists dust, and 7 is one of the higher, if not the highest, water ingress rating. You can't complain about that. That is solid, and that's something that old Senna even refused to do for a very long time. Probably one of the only things I would like to see from these guys, from BikeComm, is a clamp mount, so I don't have to use a sticky mount, because, if you don't install that properly, or it does get a bit of dust behind the sticky mount, then you're going to end up having to find some double-sided tape or something to re-stick that to your helmet. It won't be the end of the world. I do like a clamp mount. It means I can change helmets whenever I want to. I'm not restricted to a sticky thing on the side of my helmet.
So there you have it, the BikeComm Salute, a basic system, an entry-level system with some nice-to-have trickle-down features. It does everything it says on the box, and you can buy 2 units at less than $200. That's pretty impressive. If you're on a budget and you need to talk to your pillion or listen to music, maybe you're a new rider, absolutely, give it a crack. BikeComm Salute. Link in the description below. Let's give it 7 ice creams out of 10. Alright, got any questions? Chuck them in the comments box below. Like, comment, subscribe. Come along for the ride. I see the stats and there's a lot of you that aren't subscribed, so please do hit that subscribe button. A few more comms videos on the way, and we'll be riding a few more motorcycles very shortly as well. Until then, catch you in the next one. Hooray!